Hello my friends, this video is shot before YouTube demonetized my channel, and it was shot in my last place. I have moved now, this is my new place, and this is my video room, and I haven't set it ready yet, so it might be a little time before I shoot another video. But I have everything ready for you. I have permission to actually shoot in uniform, and I'm going to make you content that is not only reaction, but it is soldier content. Not reactions, real content. So yeah, I have some ideas that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to let this demonetization stop me. You guys are getting what you are here for. This being said, I just remember that this video is, I'm just going to upload it so it won't sit just like that. I feel like this video is the last me. I feel quite a lot has changed since I've shot it. So the contrast might be quite big. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And I want to say also thank you to everybody who has supported me on Patreon so far, or PayPal. I put both links in the description of the last video and also in this one. And there have been quite many people actually, and let me tell you, I wasn't ready for it. I thought, I don't know, I don't know how to express my gratitude for you. You cannot put this in words. I guess all I can do for you is create content for what you have given me. I can give back by creating content, and I will do that. So thank you so much for kind of saving me, actually, really saving me, and I will make videos for you. But here is a little commercial. It will start now because I will accept any ads right now that they offer to me, because I need to. So if you don't want to watch it, just click away like a minute, but there will be an ad here. Enjoy the video, my friends. Have you heard this one? It is Richard Wagner, The Ride of the Valkyrie. But so is this. This is called Valkyrie, and it is as epic as the tune suggests. Forgive me for the way it sticks to my gun. I don't have a pistol. Olight will have another flash sale with insane discounts from June 17th to June 18th. Go and register, my friends. Newly registered customers get 2 discount coupons for free. For you gun lovers, this Valkyrie is the best offer. But it is not the only offer. Odin is 25% cheaper during the flash sale. Warrior Mini is 35% off. That's a lot. There's actually a lot more, a lot more. I don't have the time to actually talk all about it, but click the Olight link in the description below and use the code Estonian69. Yep, you heard correctly, Estonian69. Had it set up myself. It has to be Estonian69. Nice. The Battle of Fallujah. I don't know how the Arabic people say it. The Battle of Fallujah. Right. This is the recent thing I've ever reacted to, actually. Desert Storm was 91, that was a long time ago. Fallujah was the second time Iraq was invaded, right? So it's 2004. I was 8 years old. I was with my little backpack going to school. I was a small little toddler playing Minecraft, and no, Minecraft didn't exist back then. Playing RuneScape, if you remember that, RuneScape. I played a lot of that. I put all my childhood into RuneScape. I did that when Battle of Fallujah happened. People shot around with their AKs, and US soldiers shot with their, I don't know what they had back then, but I was playing RuneScape. And now we will react to it. I have an incredible story for you. A heroic story from the Battle of Fallujah, how one soldier wiped out an entire enemy squad. Only in Hollywood movies you can see that happening. In real life, usually no. You try to be a hero, you get shot in the head. Not this dude. This dude, legendary man, truly a hero. We're gonna learn about the story. But before we go, we have Patreons on this channel. People who supported with their tears and blood and sweat. I hope not with blood. I hope you don't bleed yourself. But I'm very thankful for these people for making it possible for me to do these videos. We have Caleb, my hand, which hand is it? I don't know. Caleb, my hand. Thank you, Mr. Hand. We have Andy's Chernox. Mr. Chernox. Appreciate it. Finally, we have Michael Robertson. Might be a Viking, might be an American. Well, thank you. All these people have actually pledged money to this channel, so they make it really possible for me to do these videos. If you wanna feel heroic, if you wanna feel like you're helping somebody, then this is your chance. Head to the Patron, link is in the description below. Thank you, my friends. Where's my cup? I always forget my cup. Can't watch the videos without Estonian YouTuber cup. Right, if you didn't know, you need this to watch the video. I'm gonna fill it up so you people don't think I'm actually drinking from an empty cup, because some of you do think that. I'm actually filling it up with liquid, pink liquid. Yummy. Battle of Fallujah, let's see. Task and purpose and gear.
I have a question for you. Do you think courage is something that is innate to a person, or is it something you can train up on? This true story about a very unlikely hero might make you rethink your answer. Before David Bellavia enlisted, he said, quote, "I was once considered the weakest link. I was the son that had to be sheltered and protected," end quote. He was born in 1975 in Buffalo, New York, and by the time he's in his early 20s, he was completely lost in life. Jobs weren't working out, college wasn't for him, so he's living at his parents' house, unsure of his future, when an incident happens that changes his life forever. So his parents' house gets robbed by a couple of crackheads. He ran downstairs to try to grab his father's shotgun, but when he picked it up, he realized he had no idea how to use the shotgun. So then he grabbed a baseball bat, he ran back upstairs, and he was gonna fight off the intruders, but he realized he didn't really have it in him, and he was frozen in fear as the two robbers ransacked his home. He knew in that moment that he needed to turn his life around. He decided what he needed to do was go down and enlist as a regular infantry grunt, hoping that the army could be the positive change in his life that he...
Usually other people do it for them, like the parents. You're nobody, go to the army, be a man. But if he understands that he has to go, he feels the need inside. This is the strong point of the US system, the volunteer-based system. People who go in the army, they understand why they are there. They understand their motivations. In Estonia, our population is small and we need to protect ourselves. It's just 1.4 million of us in our country, next to Russia. So our system is based on conscripts. I was a conscript. That means you get 18, you have to go for 1 year. You have to go. You don't have a choice. So some people, a lot of the people that are in the army don't want to be there, or they don't have the motivation. Unlike this dude who actually understood it in himself that I need this. A lot of Estonians don't understand that, and this is why our army unfortunately will never be as strong as the US army. Not by numbers, but personal motivation wise, for example. This is the strength of the US army right here, man.
Looking for. Bellavia is deployed with the 2nd Battalion, 2nd Infantry Regiment, 1st ID, and they're stationed outside Fallujah. At this point, he's a squad leader, responsible for the lives of his soldiers. They were already engaged in months of fierce close-quarters fighting. Bellavia was no longer bothered by fear. He was fueled by it. By this time, he had transformed into a reliable leader. The second Battle of Fallujah that Sergeant David Bellavia was about to participate in would be...
The weird thing about fear is if you overstep it, if you overpower your... Yeah, I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. People are afraid, but there is actually a choice to just go through it. I'm afraid to go forward, for example. It's dark, whatever, or you have a baseball bat and there's robbers in your house. I'm afraid to take the next step, but if you just do it, don't think about the consequences. Then you're American, my friend. That's courage for you.
One of the bloodiest battles involving American troops since the Vietnam War. There were at least 4,000 enemy insurgents in the city that the US military would have to contend with. This enemy force had had months to prepare the city's defenses in advance of the attack.
4,000.
His platoon was tasked with searching and clearing houses in Fallujah. When they approached the infamous house, Sergeant Bellavia stayed outside and looked through the window so he could see if any enemies were going to try to shoot at his platoon when they entered. And his platoon began clearing the house and they took intense enemy fire. Fallujah couldn't see where the enemy position was from outside the house, so he sprinted inside and he quickly realized just how bad the situation was. The two enemy insurgents were entrenched behind a staircase. Their
positions like this, like in Stalingrad, Battle of Stalingrad, as much as I've done urban warfare, we were trained also in it a little bit. It is the deadliest warfare out there. You can hide behind every corner, you can have a small hole in the wall and shoot through that and nobody can shoot you back. It's the deadliest warfare out there, and I'm a huge dude. I won't be good in the forest, but in the urban warfare, I will be the first one to die. Nothing to do here. Right, nothing to see here, nothing to see, just a bloke with a hat, right? No, go away, disperse, crowds, disperse, nothing to see. You want the hat? Well, you can't have the hat. Over my dead body, you can't have the hat. Got carried away there, got carried away. Welcome back to the Estonian soldier hat competition, my friends. You get the hat, that is 1 point for your state, which is behind me. You get 2 hats, that is 2 points for your state. We will begin. We have Lane Omeaso. Omeaso. Sounds native almost, but the town is definitely native. We have Musquatches. That's the name of the town. Musquatches. Oh God of Musquatches, deliver us rain. I can do that, or the rain dance. I chose to do that. That's in Alberta, which is not in USA, right? Yeah, it's in Canada. Oh Canada, I don't know the lyrics. 6 points to Canada, making it numero uno in the countries list. Even leading ahead of the UK, which used to own Canada, but not anymore. We have Brandon Kamakaris. Kamakaris? What's with the cool names, my friends? What? You guys have amazing names. And your city is called, it's just like a man's first name. Your city is called Frederick. Hey, I live in George. Hey, nice. I live in Peter. Oh, nice. I live in Sam. Yeah, name your cities as your name your firstborn sons. Frederick. That's in Maryland.
Maryland. Maryland.
4 points. Maryland gets 4 points. As many points as there are letters in the word Maryland. In the word Maryland. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Mr. Bowman Perryman. Bowman Perryman. Your first name is Bowman. Of course you're in the English army of the 100 Years' War with the French in the medieval ages. You are Bowman. Born to shoot the longbow, to pierce the French armor with your arrows, Mr. Bowman Perryman. How do I know this point goes to California? Well, I can tell you. In every one I will see the taxes, I will see how much goes to shipping, the taxes, how much, everything. In California, if the tax list is endlessly long, in California, let me tell you which taxes only I see here. Shipping, tax, California state, 7.25%. Tax, Ridgecrest city tax, 0.32. In California, the state takes the tax, the county takes the tax, the city takes the tax. They like taxes in California. So I don't even need to look where it's from California. But for the sake of it, it's in Ridgecrest, California. 32 points for California. We have Brandon Beliski. Sounds a little bit Polish. If it ends with a Y and it's like Iski, Winski, Gonski, it's Polish, probably. Long time ago. Mr. Polish person. Kurwa. The city is Newell, and that's in West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains. Flowing like a breeze, country road, take me home. Where is West Virginia? It's so bad. Oh, West Virginia, only 2 points where it's going to be 3. Don't worry. 3 points for the state of with the song. And now the last order of the day is Irvin Smith. with caps lock. It's written in huge caps lock letters because obviously it's from Houston, Texas. Woo! Yeah, the last point goes to Texas. That's not new. That has been happening a lot here. 41 points for Texas. Well, it's going to be 42 points. 42 for Texas, 53 for Washington. Only 11 points is separating those two old rivals. You can do something about it if you want to, or if you're from North Dakota or South Carolina and you want your state to win, well, you know what to do, my friend. You know what to do. Let's go back to the video.
Hiding behind a half-ton concrete Jersey barrier. One of them has an AK-47 and the other has a belt-fed PKM machine gun. Sergeant Bellavia is really kind of impressed at how prepared the enemy kill zone is. They're not dealing with amateurs here.
Yeah.
Several of his platoon are already wounded at this point, and the insurgents are mocking them in English. But this was a huge mistake. All it did was serve to piss him off. And Bellavia's best friend, Sergeant Fitz, was across the hall, and he could see that he was bleeding. When he looked at Fitz, he saw on his face that it was the closest he'd ever seen to his buddy being actually scared. And seeing that almost unnerved him for a second. But he had to hide it because he knew if his squad saw even a hint of fear in him, then they would be done for. It was the perfect ambush and they were right in the kill zone. The walls separating his squad from the enemy gunfire was slowly getting chipped away by the 7.62 rounds. He knew once those walls broke, they would be massacred there. And this is one of those moments soldiers have faced for thousands of years. Momentum and fear in a battle can change everything. He recognized they would all be dead soon if someone didn't do something. He knows he can't throw a grenade in there because they could throw that grenade back. He knows they can't flank the enemy position because they're indoors and all entryways are cut off. So what he does is unbelievable. He has one of his teammates go and grab an M249 saw with a 200 round drum. And he tells his platoon to peel out and leave on his mark. And what he does is he steps out, directly exposes himself. He entered straight into the fatal funnel of the room and he starts firing. He goes cyclic with the M249. And he expects them to shoot him right away because they've got the drop on him. But they're completely caught off guard and surprised by this insanely bold move that he pulls off. And this allows his platoon to break contact and exit the house to safety so they're able to tend to the wounded. Bellavia's shooting with the saw. He's keeping the enemy's heads down behind the Jersey barrier. And he forced the enemy to take cover.
Basically took an action he knew he would be killed. He was ready to sacrifice himself for the men. Now that's a good leader, perfect squad leader. He didn't know if he's gonna live. He didn't know he's gonna be a hero. He thought, okay, I'm going to die in the next 10 seconds, but my squad will live.
He knows that there's still a threat inside the building and he needs to clear that out. So while everyone else is getting to safety, Bellavia eliminates another enemy with an RPG in the building. He wounds another insurgent who retreats into the darkness of the house. Sergeant Bellavia decides to charge into the house alone. He had no idea if he would make it out alive. All he knew was he needed to neutralize the threat to his fellow soldiers. He exchanges gunfire in a bedroom on the first floor with one of the enemies when a third enemy comes downstairs and confronts him. At this point, the second wounded insurgent comes back into the room and Sergeant Bellavia eliminates him. The insurgent from the bedroom just barely escapes upstairs and he charges up after him, not knowing how many enemy are up there. He tosses a grenade into the room where the enemy fled to. And when he looks inside the room, he sees there's propane tanks and explosives everywhere. He puts his rifle down to avoid blowing the whole place sky high. Then suddenly the enemy jumps down from the rooftop onto him. From the citation quote, hearing the two insurgents screaming from the third story of the building, Bellavia put a chokehold on the wounded insurgent to keep him from giving away their position. The wounded enemy then bit Sergeant Bellavia on the arm and smacked him in the face with the butt of his AK-47, end quote. Bellavia was able to pull out his knife and eliminate the enemy insurgent. At this point, 5 members of the platoon entered the house and took control of the building. Soon after that, air support arrived and his division left the area. Actions on that day are credited with saving the lives of his entire squad. Originally, his actions earned him the Silver Star, but on June 25th, 2019, The President of the United States retroactively awarded him the Medal of Honor, making him the first living Iraq War veteran to receive it. Listen to this part of his amazing acceptance speech.
We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Whoa.
So no, I don't think a soldier is born with courage. I think they can find it along the way.
He stepped into that role. He was able to fill those shoes. And he learned the skills that he needed to get where he wanted to be in life. And to me, that's an inspiration. I hope you guys like the story. Please share this video with someone you know that might like it as well.
Sometimes in these videos the story is so compelling, I really don't know what to say. I don't know how to react to it because it brings up mixed emotions, you know. It's very... This is one of those times. He's a true hero, yeah. He's a true hero. He saved his squad and then he didn't have a reason to storm upstairs. His men were outside. He could have gone outside and airstrike the building, but he stormed out upstairs. Took down the entire floor, went down, took down another one with a knife. A true hero. And yes, I do think courage is trainable actually. Overcoming your fears, I think it is trainable. We were trained in the army to overcome pain. For example, they didn't hurt us literally, but you know, you have to walk so long that your feet will start bleeding, or stay up so long that you really can't even remember your name or what day it is. That is also pain. That's mental pain, and we were trained with that. They yell at you, and all you have been in the military, you know what I'm talking about. Every small thing there is designed to make you rough and strong. The way they talk, the way they look at you, the way they give their orders, the way you have to dress and behave is made to chip away the weak in you. And I think this dude, he's not a coward. He's not the dude who couldn't use his baseball bat in the house when robbers were in it. My friends, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. Thank you for staying with the channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being a patron and getting the merch. And as always, until my next video, stay cool, my friends, and bye bye.